All right, fans, we're going to change our interview up this month, and we're actually going to talk about music videos rather than filmmaking. And we are going to talk to our very own Claire Milan and Anul. Say your last name for me, no? Anul Anulan?
Nasution.
Got it? All right. For anyone who obviously hasn't seen Anul on the show before, you usually are behind the camera. And of course, we know Claire. And sitting next to me is, of course, Mr. Cathal. So we're going to talk about music videos. Start off with, why music videos? What got you guys into making a couple music videos?
Well, sir, my experience was I met a guy called Daniele, and he said he met this band and he wants to make a music video. I really liked this idea and working with this band. Mm-hmm. And from there it just took legs and took off. Okay. And we met for loads of coffees and just started writing this music video based on this band's lyrics. Okay. And then all these people came together, like Anul.
So how did you get involved, Anul?
Me and Daniel meet the guy. Mm-hmm. Meet the girl. She was a singer in the band. Okay. Me and Daniel, and then suddenly we have an idea. We meet her and then we pop up with the why don't we try to make your music video? Mm-hmm. And then she said, oh okay. Then we meet up and then all the band agreed. Mm-hmm. So.
Okay, and so you directed it. Yeah. You wrote and produced.
And cameoed. As well. Yes.
So this is the first one. Did you? And you made another one after that, right?
Yes, we did.
And did you direct that one as well?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Was it the same band?
No, completely different style of music as well. The first one was punk rock. The second one is more Norah Jonesy style, singer-songwriter. Completely different types of music and completely different challenges in both of them. Like the first one we filmed inside, which obviously no problem with weather. This second one, I co-wrote it with my co-producer Caroline, and our imaginations went wild,
So you were thinking about the logistics of it.
We thought unicorns, and we thought, we just thought we want to use the landscape of Dublin, and we want to film it outside, which I didn't think about. Like outside filming and Irish weather don't mix, So with both the music videos, we completely different challenges, and we had an absolute nightmare with the second one, which is filmed along the beautiful scenery of Portobello along the canal. But in early April when we filmed it, it was horrendous weather. And we ended up cancelling the shoot 3 times. Oh, right. And it was also bitterly cold. And I wasn't it. It was actually bitterly cold. I was the lead actress in it. And I wore this beautiful summer dress and I had to pretend it was a beautiful sunny day. And now in camera, it looks like it's a beautiful sunny day. But it was absolutely bitterly cold. I mean, the other actor with me, he actually lost the feeling in his ears. As we said. And a lovely man in Smithfield who owns the kiosk down there, he let us film in front of it. He actually felt so sorry for me, he gave me tea. So I actually, just to keep warm, and we sheltered under the heater. Mm-hmm. And we passed around the tea, like Daniele was just freezing and we were just in bits. Yeah, it was just a completely different challenge. With the first video, the punk rock one, it went so smoothly. It was just bizarre. We'd one moment where the band had asked their fans to come down to make a crowd scene, and none of them turned up. I think one band turned up, so we had to cheat one of the scenes. So I think you didn't step into that scene. No, we used someone's shoulder. Daniele's, we used one of the guy's shoulders to make it look like a crowd scene.
And sorry to interrupt, Daniele, what did he do?
Producer, co-writer, the first one, and I suppose one of the assistant directors. Was that what Daniele?
Yeah, I think.
We
were working. What do you call it? Overlapping.
Yeah. Because that's the thing with no budget filmmaking. You have to overlap. So it's
was the band in the video?
Yes, they were.
And the second one?
And yeah, the second one was a singer-songwriter, so it was a little bit different. But what we did was we studied music videos and we tried to see how do you fit a narrative into, say, filming a band or a singer. Because often they don't overlap.
Mm-hmm.
Like in very rare cases, the narrative and the singer overlap, but they're often separate. So how do you create something where it's not the story doesn't jump, it looks smooth, but you're showing the singer singing or the band playing, and yet you're having this narrative separately. And that was a huge challenge to us, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And we spent hours and hours sitting around the computer studying music videos and seeing how to write a narrative for this. That was quite interesting.
Did you find, like, once you had the story that you then took it to the artist and they're like, oh, no, that doesn't work for me at all, you know?
Yes, and it's one thing.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But it's quite interesting because you have to continuously go back to the artist. Like in the first one, we'd written this story. We wanted them to dress up as these characters, but obviously they wanted to maintain their image, so we had to scrap that. And in the second one, we had to. She wanted just a change in the story. You're continuously going back to the artist, continuously. Because obviously it's like a marketing tool for them, you know. So yeah, that was quite interesting, working with artists and kind of managing their expectations as well. Like you can't again have flying unicorns and you know airplane shots and you know, so you have to manage their expectations as well, and yet create a high quality product that shows their song in the best light possible, you know. So it was quite interesting.
So what are you going to do with them when they're finished?
It's up to the artist. So whatever the artist wants to do with them. So they could be on YouTube, but hopefully they'll be up on the net, you know, so people can see them. But you know, we're very proud of them, you know, and they were fascinating to work on, like as a writer and an actor as well.
So are you going to be doing more?
Hopefully, yeah. It's a totally different medium. It's because it's strange because there's no dialogue, you know, so to write, like to take someone's lyrics and to interpret them and create a story that's nothing to do with, well, inspired by their lyrics, it's quite an interesting challenge because you have to think visually. That's what struck me. I don't know about you. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's very different than when we were shooting a commercial or short movie or a feature film. I mean, music video is more expressive. It's about the visual and the music itself. So either you go one way or you have to match between the music and the visual.
What's your background then?
I did a TV commercial in Indonesia, and before the commercial, I shoot a couple of corporate video and just a few music video as well. And yeah, and then I stopped doing the music video when I have the job for commercial because well, I need money.
Because commercials make money.
Yes,
exactly. What did you guys learn from this project?
I think the most important lesson is teamwork. Like, I know it's on every film, but one thing I've noticed is, like, we were so lucky. We had such a terrific team. From all the actors that are involved, from my co-writers, you know, co-producers, Anul, the director, just the amount of teamwork. I just counted them. In the second music video, there's 21 people involved. Like, that is crazy. You wouldn't think it, and the actual song is 2 minutes 40 seconds. But it's everything. And also, to take a deep breath, because stuff will always go wrong. Like, for instance, the second one, the weather was the nightmare, and having to make that call of saying, look, we're cancelling the shoot this weekend, and to say to the actors and crew, listen, the weather's going to be terrible. And we thought one day the weather was going to be awful, and we cancelled it, and it was sunshine.
Oh, nice.
Oh my God, the stress. But as long as you take a deep breath, stuff will always go wrong, and just say right, and expect stuff to go wrong, and don't panic, because if you panic, it spreads, you know. But then when you see the results, like, it's worth it.
Yeah.
You know, it's worth it, and we're very lucky to have such a tight knit team. And so
How
on.
involved were you in the editing process then?
In the first one, I wasn't involved in the edit. Who edited the first one? Who was
It's Dave.
Dave?
Dave from
Yeah.
Dave Cohen?
Dave Cohen, yes.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
you guys would know Dave.
Mhm.
And the second one, I kind of actually just sat in on some of the edit because I don't know anything about editing,
Mhm.
but just to see how see the song and the beat and the pacing and the rhythm correlates to the edit.
Mhm.
You know, correlates to okay, that's a slow bit there with the slow beat or the fast bit works. So that was quite interesting. So I sat in the second edit. So that was interesting.
Were you sick of the song by the end, like,
Mm.
or either
What?
of them? Like,
It kind of grew in me. I found I was kind of singing it in my head. Growing like the second song, I was sick of looking at myself, and I burned that dress.
The show's no budget. We give advice to people. What advice would you give to any budding video makers out there on the World Wide Web?
What do you think, Anul?
Good deflection.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you have any idea, just shoot it. As long as you know where you're going to go, just shoot it. On the way, we will find out how to sort it out. We will find out how to make that idea become visual.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I think.
I think my biggest thing is don't be afraid to take risks. Like you might fall absolutely flat in your face, but you might actually end up creating something amazing. Just step outside your comfort zone, and if you believe in a project, don't let other people sway you away. Especially with writing, don't let other people sway you away from your idea. If you believe in something, follow it through. And you'll find people who will support you. So that's my main item of the day.
Great. All right. Well, thanks for talking to us. Thanks for sitting on that side versus the other side. So it's kind of a nice change for instead of talking about filmmaking, music videos.